In April 2017, I founded a movement to bring my former principal and sexual abuser to justice.
And the chief rabbi of the Netherlands and the NIK, with all the evidence that we had, ended up protecting him and saying that it wasn't true.
A young female student went on a date and during that date was raped very brutally by a fellow student. A few days afterwards, she filed a complaint in the police force. And a few days after that, she took her own life.
In 2008, Mal Khalifa, the principal of my childhood school, was paid by school board members to leave Australia as soon as the allegations of her behavior surfaced.
גדלתי בשכונת הר נוף בירושלים. גדלתי יש לי שני אחים גדולים, הייתי בת יחידה, בת הקטנה להורים שלי, והייתה לי ילדות מקסימה ומאושרת, ובמגזר החרדי, אם את ככה נמצאת בתוך השטנץ ובתוך התלם והכל בסדר, אז באמת אין שום בעיה, והכל מסתדר בצורה מושלמת, עד שקורה משהו שבעצם כבר לא בדיוק מסתדר, ומשהו כבר לא יושב בדיוק כמו שצריך בתוך השטנץ. אז בגיל 9, זה מה שקרה לי באופן אישי. אני עברתי פגיעה מינית, וכשעברתי את הפגיעה הזאת לא היה לי שמץ של מושג מה אני עוברת, כי אף אחד לא דיבר איתי על זה.
Here's Mayor Seawald, fights for others, couldn't get that. Couldn't get the validation from the community leaders.
When I signed those papers, I was laden with the knowledge that at 22, I was giving up life as I knew it. The ramifications of my actions in a community that preferred to pretend that sexual abuse did not exist meant that now I would be seen as a traitor to their way of life.
She left a letter after committing suicide, detailing what led her to do this and to make this decision. And what she mainly focused on was the loneliness. She felt alone. She felt that there was no one out there that could understand her.
I remembered a Rav telling me, "Oh, it's just a woman, it's just girls, what's the big deal?" I struggled with that for a long time.
And now I really know the pain of the victims that come forward that are not believed.
From time to time, we do still face backlash from those who want to believe we can't be telling the truth. They need us to be lying in order to justify their misguided beliefs.
Women pay an awful price for coming out with their story.
We continue to be told that we're doing this for revenge or some sort of victim fame, which I don't understand, but nothing can be further from the truth. We are here for nothing else but to try and change the future.
You have to stop it where it starts. The victims that are coming forward now, they're not just coming forward for closure for themselves and justice, but most come forward to protect others, to protect children.
No one would choose to put herself in this place, to pay such a price that she needs to pay. I think every woman that comes out with her story is brave, and it's our role to support her in it, and it's our role to commend her for doing so.
It started with that first police officer, her patience and her kindness that allowed me to believe it was okay to speak, to have a voice, and to know that I was doing the right thing.
After a person is victimized and reaches that point where they are ready to stand up and say, I was abused, I survived, I'm ready to try to find justice, I'm ready to try to protect other children so they don't have to suffer the way I did. What happens to survivors when they start that journey? That journey which is actually really a battle. We call it an uphill climb, but it's like Everest. It is massive. Where are we when that happens?
So October last year, my sisters and I travelled together to Israel to raise awareness. We met with politicians, human rights advocates, we worked with the media, and then we met Shana Aronson of Jewish Community Watch. We had no idea at the time how instrumental she would be. She didn't just offer words of support. She went home, she spoke to Mayor Seawald, and together they acted in a way that completely changed the course of this case. They organised a private investigator that exposed Malka-Leifer's lies and led the Israeli police to reopen the case and take Malka-Leifer off the streets. It's advocacy like this that has been vital in allowing us to continue this campaign. I don't believe that abuse needs another agenda or another platform to be heard. Abuse is its own issue and has its own platform. One of the best ways to support survivors is by ensuring we don't create any more victims. And that starts with the education of our communities.
I'm feeling inspired because what I see in front of me are not victims. What I see in front of me are women who were victimized, who've taken control of their lives, and are now warriors so that they will prevent other victims. And I'm inspired. Really.
If victims are not supported when they come forward, they are not believed, and instead they are re-traumatized, absolutely nothing will change.
ואז באותו רגע הבנתי שאני נמצאת בעשייה הזאת לא רק בשביל לרפא את הילדה הקטנה שנפגעה, אני נמצאת בעשייה הזאת גם בשביל לעשות שליחות עבור כל ההורים במגזר שלנו שגם להם אין מענה, והם עד גיל כל כך מאוחר נושאים את הבושה הזאת. אם הילד שלכם עבר פגיעה מינית, אתם לא צריכים להתבייש. אם הילד שלכם עבר פגיעה מינית, זה אומר שהוא צריך עזרה.
Slowly making their way into the Haredic community in Israel. I think it's a lot to do with brave women like you and brave parents like you have. And this is a path for social change.
We can do this, and as a community, we've really begun to do this. Right here, right now, in this room, by turning up to this event, we are all working towards a brighter future. Let's not give up these conversations and end this culture of silence once and for all.
גם מבחינתנו, גם מבחינתי האישית כשוטר וכקצין משטרה, וגם אני חושב כמערכת משטרתית, לטפח קשר עם נשים כמו, עם ארגונים כאלה, כמו שאתם מייצגים פה, לפתח את הקשר עד כמה שניתן, על מנת באמת לחזק את שיתוף הפעולה בין המשטרה, ובסופו של דבר זה כמובן יגיע גם לפרקליטות, ובין הציבור החרדי בכל מה שקשור לעבירות מין בכלל, עבירות כנגד נשים, עבירות כנגד ילדים וחסרי ישע, וכמו שנאמר פה ושמעתי עם האנגלית הדלה שלי, הצלחתי להבין שבאמת בשנים האחרונות אנחנו מרגישים שיש תהליך של שינוי בחברה החרדית. ויותר פתיחות, יותר נכונות לשיתוף פעולה, הם מבינים גם יותר את המערכת המשטרתית.
At the police station today with Shauna for a few hours together, with two survivors, two brave sisters. They walked in, shaking. They walked out different people, as if they were free, bricks off their shoulders. And that's JCW's mission. Take the bricks off your shoulders, let go of your secret, let go of your pain, let go of your suffering. The time is now. We're in the days before Mashiach, the years before Mashiach, the weeks before Mashiach. This is bringing him quicker.
יש לנו כאן שליחות לעשות איזשהו תיקון לא רק עם הילדים שנפגעו, יש לנו כאן שליחות, יש לנו כאן עשייה מאוד מאוד גדולה מול החברה כולה, מול ההורים, מול אנשי חינוך, מול כל בן אדם שנתקל בסיפור כזה, והוא מבין שאין כאן אשמה, הוא מבין שיש כאן איזשהו מקום לתת עזרה, שהכוונה שלנו והרצון האמיתי שלנו ושאנשים לא ירגישו לרגע אחד לבד בסיפור הזה.
We're not going to stop child sexual abuse. I will not stop it in my lifetime, even if I live until 120. But I know we're going to put a good dent in it. We're going to hold as many abusers as we can accountable. We're going to send a message to those that do abuse that you will be held accountable, and we will empower as many survivors as we can.